One of the things that I can say for certain is that Microsoft has managed to battle themselves back from the abyss and from the brink of nothingness. And I don't say that lightly, and I don't say that in jest. I 100% mean that Microsoft has really kind of battled back and shown that they have what it takes to stay in the industry, what it takes to be part of the industry, and what it takes to help lead the industry, most importantly. And I think that's something that everybody can kind of get behind. I'm not saying that what Sony is doing is bad. Sony does their own thing. It's almost like Sony, Microsoft, and Nintendo do their own things, and people get upset when you say that. I know there's a lot of Xbox fans that are eager for Sony to do day-and-date PC games, or, or for Nintendo to put games on PC or whatever. But those things don't actually ever have to happen for all to be successful, right? Like Microsoft has found success in what they're doing, but that doesn't necessarily mean that Sony has to do the same thing. And I think that that's going to go in a lot of ways with how the future of console gaming is going to end up evolving. You're going to have Nintendo. Nintendo really sticks by the sort of old school mentality of video game consoles. You buy the console, you buy for the games, and then you buy the games, and they manage to sell more games than anybody else. I mean, what Animal Crossing sells 30 million, 40 million, whatever, some crazy numbers. You have some Mario Kart game from 7 years ago selling 40 million copies. It's just insane the numbers that they're doing. And so I have to ask you this: if Sony and Microsoft were selling that many console games just on their consoles, would they ever put them on PC? Probably not. They would probably stick more traditional. So like what Nintendo is doing is they're able to sell 100 million consoles and 30, 40 million version copies of their games. That's an incredible thing. But obviously Sony is going to stick by more what they're going to do, which is worry about the console as a hardware maker and sell as many as they can. And then when things get saturated, you can branch out to like PC and things like that. Microsoft is the opposite of that, and they put everything out pretty much everywhere day one. So you can see there's a huge difference there in what's going to happen. But now with this news, I can honestly say it's unexpected, because I have to be real. Back in the day, man, Microsoft just really got crapped on by all of the media outlets and things like that. So it's weird to see stuff like this happen over announcements. I want to get into this topic because it's a very juicy subject, and I'm sure you guys are going to agree. I'm the Crap Gamer, and of course this is Crap Gamer Reviews, your home for gaming news, opinions, reviews, and much more. You'll probably notice some changes around here, and hopefully that doesn't stop you from leaving us a like, and possibly even consider subscribing if you haven't already done so. Thank you so much for choosing to spend some of your free time with me today. Obviously, it just really does mean a lot to me. One of the things that I wanted to say was, listen, I like having fun with this channel, and a lot of people ask how can I support the channel. Honestly, a simple like goes the long way. It helps the channel get seen, it helps the videos they get seen, and we're all just kind of having fun with that. I realize that I'm not the best YouTuber or anything like that, but I do try to pay attention to what you guys are wanting, and kind of paying attention to kind of the trends and stuff like that. And I do put in work every day. If you guys understood how bad my internet was for me to be able to get the videos up, I know they're not the highest quality or anything like that, and that's the reason. Like, assuming that this year I get the Starlink upgrade that I'm supposed to get, I can finally have internet to where I can do really, really quality videos and high like frame rates, and even more HD and things like that. So yeah, hopefully things continue to grow and become better, and you guys can like the videos and keep sharing them out and stuff like that. So that would mean a world to me. So when it comes to Xbox and what they've been able to do, what they've been able to accomplish, it really blows my mind, right? Because back in the day, Xbox was just hated. Xbox was hated on a level, and I hate using the word bias, but people really were mad at Microsoft, right? And now you have this, which I saw this article in Game Rant, and it says Xbox Series X will be a must-have for console gamers by the end of 2022. Microsoft's acquisitions and third-party deals are really starting to pay off to the point where Xbox Series X will be a must-have console. The original Xbox helped Microsoft successfully break into the video game console market, and the Xbox 360 saw the brand reach new heights. The Xbox 360 was a massive success compared to its predecessor, but unfortunately Microsoft failed to capitalize on that momentum when they introduced the Xbox One. A variety of issues plagued the Xbox One right out of the gate, including a general lack of exclusive games, but head of Xbox Phil Spencer and Microsoft had worked hard to reverse Xbox's fortunes. These efforts may not have been enough to really help Xbox One beat its competitors in sales, but now Xbox Series X will reap some rewards. The Series X and its Series S variant console will be must-own consoles by the end of 2022. While PC gamers will still get to play most of the Xbox Series X console exclusive games, those that prefer playing on a console instead will definitely want to grab a Series X or S, as they're set to have some big console exclusives by the time 2022 comes to a close. Top of the list is Bethesda's open-world sci-fi RPG Starfield, an ambitious new IP, the company's first original franchise in decades. There's a lot of hype behind Starfield, and for good reason. Bethesda hasn't released a proper single-player open-world RPG since 2015's Fallout 4, and so fans are definitely hungry for more and of the experiences that the company is known for, as opposed to social and multiplayer offerings it's been experimented with in recent years. Now, Starfield is going to be a next-gen exclusive, or current-gen, when it launches, meaning Xbox One players are going to be left in the dust. Not only that, but there will be no PlayStation 5 version of Starfield either, meaning that the only place to play that game will be on a Series X or an S. It's not the only console exclusive to launch by the end of 2022. This article in particular mentions Stalker 2, but it's a timed Xbox exclusive, and it doesn't come out till December 8th. I don't know, I've never really had much faith in that, but it does talk about Xbox Game Pass being big in 2022. Starfield is just a tip of the iceberg. Another reason why big Xbox Series X and S consoles will be must-have by the end of 2022 is the Xbox Game Pass subscription service. One needs one of those new consoles to really get the most out of their Xbox Game Pass subscriptions, as they will have access to not only all the Xbox One games coming to Game Pass, but all the Series X titles as well. Microsoft hasn't revealed all of its plans for Game Pass in 2022 just yet, but recent history should give fans a pretty good idea what to expect. The Xbox Game Pass subscription service will continue to grow exponentially in 2022, with Microsoft looking to bolster its lineup with the addition of Day 1 releases. As we know, all first-party Xbox games are guaranteed to come to Game Pass Day 1, but there's also plenty of big third-party games debuting in the service in 2022. So, I mean, if you think about it, it's a big reason. I mean, obviously, Rainbow Six Extraction was a Day 1 game. I'm not sure if it did very well or not, but, you know, A Plague Tale Requiem is also in there, as well as Atomic Heart. Also, you know, there's going to be clearly some things in there that are going to appeal to a lot of other people. If there's another Forza Motorsport or something along those lines, I think that's going to be very imperative to them. But I think the main thing that's changing everything that's happening to Microsoft is changes that they started years ago, and the fact that they're no longer looked at as maybe an outside influence in gaming anymore, right? There are people that are looked at as the outside gaming influences, and those are like Google, Amazon, you know, these type of companies, Apple. These are outsiders, and I think gamers are very fickle when it comes to a lot of these things. Where Microsoft used to be looked at as an outsider, they aren't so much anymore, and I think that that's helped them tremendously, and it will continue to help them. And with all the big announcements that they've made, all the big buyouts, obviously they're not done buying out stuff. So yeah, it's very interesting to see this kind of happen. You know, I'm really excited to see what's going on. And you know what, for me personally, I'm excited just for the future of both these platforms. Microsoft, it's that you never know what you're going to get from them, though. That's the thing that I love about what's going on with gaming right now. Like, one day they're buying Activision, the next day, you know, they're announcing some big game. I don't know, but it's always fun to see. And you know, I think for a console gamer, if you prefer console, why not pick up an Xbox? I think that that's going to be the console to have, especially into 2023. Hopefully nothing else gets delayed. You know, I know anything can happen, but I'm hoping for good things there. So I'm going to link this. You guys can check it out. What do you guys think about this? The media, Microsoft making good announcements, staying consumer friendly. Has this all helped Microsoft and the Xbox? Let me know. Rack them up. Fact them up. Crap Gamer them up. Crap Gamer out.